And here we are on the video 6, or part 6 of the Seadoo 2003 GTX 4Tech conversion to DI. So we got everything in, everything running, drive in, tested, the boot. That was our big hurdle. We had a boot problem, we had an exhaust problem, and the airbox problem, of which we got that all sorted out. Also, for the exhaust at the back, I don't know if you can even see back there or not, I made a custom aluminum bracket. I should have showed you that. It is, where is it? I can kind of see it, can't see it. Right there, you can see. Anyway, that's in there, all bolted up, so that's good and strong. So, the engine is not permanently bolted in. I have to Loctite the 3 bolts, and I have to align it. So we're gonna pull the drive back off one final time, align it, bolt it down, put this thing together for the final test. There's the clip. I know that when I pull that clip out, it wants to fall under the engine. Ooh, we didn't lose it this time, but almost. It always goes flying. Now we'll pull the drive. Drive coming out. Had this on and off so many times. Yeah, now the Loctite's set up. Either bigger impact or we just break them loose. There we go. And some washers, and a washer and a lock washer. And that one's the hard one to get to. Dropped it and pull. And she's out, and the little rubber bumper fell off the splines there. Okay. Everything's looking good there. Let's get the alignment tool bolted on. And alignment tool. Going through the Loctite. Good. Okay. See if we are close. All right. Oh yeah, it's got to come way to me. All right, we can do that. Loosen up some bolts. I'll loosen the one up on the front too. Okay, screws are out. I stuck a pry bar under there. Let's get her aligned and then we'll see what we got to do with the mounts. All right, so I bolted this side down, bolted that side down, put a couple of shims in there to get somewhat of an alignment. And if you have a look now, and that is all the way in. But I did have to loosen up the bracket up front and lift the motor a bit. That works to my advantage because that exhaust was sitting down on the bottom, and now I got some space under there, which is great. I can actually get my fingers underneath. So I'm going to pull that bracket out because I think there's a little bit of an alignment issue. If you can see the bolt hole, so we've actually got to pull the engine mount to us a little bit, so I got to cut a little slot in it. It's either that or we move this over. One or the other, but I'm going to pull that bracket out and we'll have a look. So I took the bracket out. I think this is so close to the edge, I'm not going to mess with this. I'm going to cut here off and elongate the holes and slide the bracket over. Gives us some adjustability. I did it with no adjustability, and really every one of these holes should be oval shaped so that you have a little bit of play. But anyway, live and learn. Got it cut. I don't know, how can I light this up for you? Can you see anything? Yeah, so you can, not really. And that moved. Can't see. Take my word for it. It's much better lined up now. So I'm going to bolt that back in and then bolt the engine back up. Maybe see. Okay. And I'll just tighten those two up. We'll check it again. And here we go. All the way in. Better than factory. That's super straight. That is awesome. Added an extra washer underneath the engine here, in between the engine mount. Brought it up just exactly what I wanted. So you can just play with the shims, little shim here and there, and all of a sudden it slowly comes together. So just stick with it. Okay, we're gonna just I got the pump back on. Now we're just gonna get the steering nozzle installed. Tighten that down. Loctite on all the bolts too. Same as always. It's a bit of a reach. Really. One more.
Space is getting tighter. It's a good sign. Snug her down on the diagonals. And we'll throw, what, 23 Nm at it. That's about as much as you want to go, or you just end up splitting the housing. Okay, let's just do a once over. We got everything here. You can now hook up the steering and the tilt. Everything's moving freely. Do I have everything here buttoned up? Yes, I got to put zip ties on here. Okay. Every time I put the steering cable on and the reverse gate, then I realize I've missed something and have to take it off. I think we're good. So steering, I don't know why they put this bolt in upside down. I don't know, maybe I get another washer and put this in this way. Just seems to me if the nut was lost, yes, the steering would fall off. I'm gonna put a washer on there. But at least you got a chance of not losing the bolt. The other way, you're losing the bolt 100%. But some of these, you can't even get the bolt out of here. It does have an eye lock, so it is locked. We have steering. Okay. Gonna do an up front test. You say yes or no. Steering left, right. Feels good. Alrighty, now this OPAS system. That was out there, and then there was something, but it didn't have, I don't know, let's take a look. Okay, as I feared, I'm gonna have to take these off again because I gotta change this nozzle. One has a bolt down at the bottom with a winged bracket. So this is off the RX-DI. I need one off a GTX-DI, which I got coming. In the meantime, they can just sit like that. It's not gonna hurt anything, but we're gonna swap that out. And so now I'm just going to put all the plastics popped in the glove box, which is pretty simple to pop in. We'll put the seat on, and then I guess we'll run her up on the hose, see if we got some leaks. Not much to this. This piece goes underneath here. Just kind of slides. There doesn't seem to be any locking place, but this has that vent piece there goes to the back. Let's just see if we got this on the right way. Yeah. That drops in there. I wonder what that little holder is there for. Let me show you. What is this for? Don't know. And some screws. Cleaning. 10 mil. They are on nylocks underneath, so don't gotta go crazy. Good. Let's pop the seat on. And the last item, which seems like it's not fitting right. Yeah, that goes in there. Ah. I think there's a clip missing on that. Of course there would be. Let's have a look. Okay. What's going on? That clip in there hooks onto that. And then am I missing something? Let's see. Yeah, I am. Missing the latch. That's the one that's on the very back. Let's see if I got another one of these. There's one right there. I'll drill those out, rivet that on. We're back in business. If you can see it. Those are big rivets. What the heck? Now I'm making a mess. Can I hook on that with that? Yes, I can. Needle nose pliers would be better if you could find them. Got them. What the heck? Wants to wander. Pry bar. Trying not to do damage. There we go. Let's do a quick cleanup here. I gotta pull those out.
or knock them down, whatever is going to happen there. I'm going to knock them down and in. If I pull them out, that hole is going to get way bigger. Oh, fudge. Ruined. Just like that. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, we learned something. Okay, now, because of my laziness, I gotta fix this somehow. Notch that out, shove that in there, drill a hole in it, see what happens. I think it'll work. Got it routed out a little bit more. Cut the piece of aluminum. Hopefully, yeah. Pop that in there. I'll drill a hole through there, rivet it up, and then drill another hole there. Lesson learned. And push the rivets through in. Okay, here we go. Okay, put this side in, it's solid as a rock. This thing is all wallowed out, so I think I'm gonna have to cut the same thing, put a piece of aluminum in there and be done with this thing. That's the plan. And crisis averted. Issue solved. Thinking of taking this strap off, but we'll leave it on for now. See if this seat will clip on. I got stuff everywhere here. And that should line up. And like a glove, it fits. Yeah, we'll take that off after. And hopefully this isn't a problem. Oh yeah. All right, she's all back together. Unbelievable. It totally looks factory. You wouldn't know that I had done anything. Actually, I don't think there's any way to tell there's any difference on the outside. Okay, so water test. I do have to do the full polish on this thing. That'll be the next step too. So let's get it hooked up and on the hose and see if we've got any leaks when we get all the piping under pressure. Well, true to form, now that everything's all bolted up, looks like I got to put this on there because this has a special mount on the bottom for the OPAS system. Is that all good? Yeah. So, yet again, I'm gonna pop it off, pop on that one, and continue on. And that's that. $20 Nm is all I put on these or they'll break. Okay, now we can hook up the reverse gate again. Oh, look at the cables right there. Steering, and then the OPAS. I gotta find the bolts for that, so do some hunting for those fittings right now.
Trying to put a bunch of bolts together. There's a metal sleeve inside. Got a bolt and a washer. I guess I'll put another washer here. Nothing in between because the metal spacer is holding that, and then a lock nut. See if that does the trick. And the other side. See if this thing steers. Seems like it. And the little paddles move. I don't know if that makes any difference. Whoa. Don't know if that makes any difference, but we're running with it. So last thing is, we got to rig up a pipe that goes from that pipe there to that one way up there in the back. Let's see what we can find. Okay, let's see. Maybe. That's pretty good. Okay. And there she is, quick re. Now everything's all hooked up. So, unfortunately now, it's cold outside. All the boats and docks and everything are out of the water, which means I don't get to test this out till the spring, which sucks, but there's not much I can do about it. The only remaining thing I'm gonna do now is polish everything all up. I'll probably remove this strap. Might even look for a new seat. I want to buff out the hull. This started doing a little bit here. It's coming around. You can see where I've spilled some oil on there. So I'll get that all nice and black again and looking sweet. Maybe some new numbers on that thing, but looking forward to taking it for a spin, that's for sure. Oh yeah, and this guy up here, I guess we'll recover that too. This thing just sat out in the sun forever, but looking forward to taking it for a test run, but that's going to be April, I'm guessing. So I guess until then, we're just going to do a couple of other projects. I got another one coming up with DI that's got a maintenance light, so that will be our next one, and eventually we'll get to put this back in the water and go for a ride. So until the next one, guys, thanks for watching.